I love going down Marguerite and seeing the view of the water and the peninsula.
Woo, nothing better, baby. I got a new listing right here in the heart of the village.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about it.
Dude, it's incredible. It's a duplex. It's got a front unit and a back unit, but they're together.
Oh, no way. How many bedrooms is it?
So the front unit's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and the back unit is a 2-bed, 2-bath. Both of them have rooftop decks. It's incredible.
Oh my gosh, what style?
You know what? Why don't we just go take a look?
Right now?
Right now.
Let's go.
Here we are.
All right, let's go check this place out.
Oh yeah.
So this is it, huh?
Yes, sir.
So what kind of style would you say this is?
You know, I would say this is a modern European masterpiece.
Okay, masterpiece, huh?
Masterpiece. I mean, you can feel the European vibes with the olive trees right out front.
Yeah.
So this is 616 Narcissus Avenue, Corona Del Mar.
I really do love these olive trees. Walking underneath them to
Right.
come to this front patio, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you can feel the vibe.
And I'm super excited to see this place, but before I do, what do you love most about it?
Okay, the 3 things I love about this home, number 1 is the reclaimed barnwood floors. They're hardwood throughout. It's awesome. The next thing you're gonna notice is the open concept. There's actually hidden steel beams that carry all 3 loads, plus the stairs is located off to the left. So that was just thoughtfully designed so the whole home was open. The third thing, and probably my favorite, is the 9-foot architectural doors that pocket away, that bring the outdoor patio into the home and create a seamless transition. That's just epic. You're gonna love this place.
Dude, I'm about to send you in there to do the tour. You're just making me so excited with your passion about this property. I can't wait to see it.
Get in there, let's check it out.
So after I'm done, you and I are gonna meet again and we're gonna talk about who's the perfect buyer for this place. Is that cool?
Perfect.
All right, I'll see you
brother.
in a second.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
Thank you, bro. Okay, guys, we are in the village, Corona Del Mar, Flower Streets, and we're on Narcissus right now. And I gotta say, the minute I walk in, although this is a 30-foot wide lot, which is very comparable to most of the other properties that we've filmed in this area, it just feels wider. And Bud did say that they used hidden steel beams to create more of an open floor plan, and they pushed the staircase to the left. Holy moly, this does feel wider than the average 30-foot wide. I gotta say that right away. Now, before I get too far into the home, I think one of the biggest appeals of these types of properties is the outdoor space. You don't get a ton of outdoor space when you live in the village, especially when you're talking about these newer properties that are built lot line to lot line. You don't get a ton of outdoor space, but here you do. You get a nice, beautiful front patio. I love the fountain. You know, a few things about living in this area. You are gonna hear airplanes from time to time. You're gonna hear traffic from time to time. Like, in general, the village is a little bit of a louder area. Having this natural water feature here just sort of dulls things out. That white noise is the perfect touch to kind of a zen morning. I could see myself sitting here having a cup of coffee, admiring the organic olive trees, all the life that's here. It's just super beautiful. And like Bud said, it's like a modern Mediterranean property where you have a lot of old world features, dark, rich features, but you also have modern sprinkled in that I'm gonna show you. I'm actually super excited to show you this place. And before I get too far into it, there's a couple things that I just wanna talk about right away. I love a great Dutch door. I really do. And this property comes with a beautiful, beautiful Dutch door. You've got storage right behind, well placed and hidden. But check out this wood. Just check this out. Reclaimed barnwood. Every single piece is different. It's a different shade. It's got different imperfections, and those imperfections make it so perfect. I just love the way it looks. It adds so much character, so much warmth, and so much depth into the space. And this floor plan is just, it's pretty spectacular. I don't know how it looks on camera, but this living space is nice and open. So you've got the door open, the Dutch door open, you've got this accordion doors that are open, you've got the side patio that's open, so you got this insane cross breeze that's coming from the ocean. I love the brickwork here. So this right here, and comment below if you're in design or you know what this is called. I call it a German smear. And a German smear is when they take exposed brick and they wipe mortar on it, and then they wipe the mortar off, leaving the color on the brick, but leaving the shape of the brick and the grout visible to give it just a little bit more of a rustic look, and also to change the color to kind of tie in design. So I'd love, if you're a designer or an architect and you know what that is, or you call it something different, please, because I'm looking to educate you, but I'm also looking to learn, guys. Really nice fireplace that just adds to the warmth. Check out this mantle right here. Again, another piece of reclaimed wood that is super unique. It has its own subtle nuances here. Just a nice little wraparound mantle adding to that old Mediterranean modern vibe. And then that takes us into the living space here. There is so much to talk about. You've got these beautiful, darker, richer, exposed beams. All the steel beams that are holding the structure together are all hidden, but that's what gives us this wide space. You had a beautiful eating area here with amazing fixtures. Check this puppy out. So when you look at it at first glance, come look at it from this side. It actually, so it's like an elevated bar counter where you got some stools where you can eat, but if you see, it's got wheels. And this can be pushed out and it can be rolled over here. And we can even try to overlap some photos here. So what happens is you've got this seamless indoor-outdoor space, which I'm gonna show you the pocket doors in a second. They're mind-blowing. And again, one of Bud's favorite features. But that rolls over here, and now you have a bar here, and that's a counter for a bartender. So if you want to entertain indoor, outdoor, you've got people inside, you've got people outside, you've got a bartender here with charcuterie boards, making drinks. If you want to host a party, this is a cool place to do it. And then when we talked about these modern features, check out this countertop. Recently resurfaced concrete countertops. This concrete is so beautiful, it's so high quality, and it just adds to the Mediterranean vibe here. And then you've got this like industrial looking, custom fabricated over this Wolf stove and oven. This is just unbelievable. It's got almost like an industrial vibe with these bolts that are exposed, but this falls into the category of modern. So with this and this being modern, but then this type of wood here that's custom made and the wood on the flooring, it just ties it all together. And then you've got this German smear again, tying in the fireplace with the backsplash of the kitchen with these cool floating steel shelves. How cool are these right here? Tons of cabinet space on the counter, tons of cabinet space on the island. So you're not lacking there. And the cabinets go all the way back to the garage. One cool feature, let me show you. This little closet here, that is a hose to a central vacuum system. So this entire house is centrally vacuumed. So you just pop in the cord, turn it on, vacuum, and everything gets collected in the garage, which is a really nice feature. Come back around, let me show you this outdoor space. So the one thing I want to talk about here is, again, when you're talking about living in the village, outdoor space is not very abundant. And so to be able to create this outdoor space that is insanely seamless, like so seamless, is an art. And I love that they've reincorporated the tiles from the front patio into the side. And there's just so much here to talk about. So let's take this step by step. Number one, this is a duplex. So this front property is about 2,100 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. There is a back unit that is above the 2 garages that also has a rooftop deck. That is 2-bed, 2-bath. So the cabinets in the back unit are Tiffany blue. So the fountain in the front is Tiffany blue. This fire pit in the back is Tiffany blue, and that's what ties it all together. Check out this board form concrete. So when this gets lit and the fire is going against the wall, it radiates off this and heats this whole area up. That, plus these 2 heaters right here, on that chilly, ocean breezy day, you are gonna be sitting pretty right here. And if you need, you even got a 3rd heater right there. I love the fixtures here. These are all custom fixtures. I love the fact that there are built-in speakers here. I just think it's beautiful. This right here, these are French doors that go into the garage. So there's 2-car garage. One space is for the front house, one space is for the back house, and there are still 2 carports, one for each unit. So each unit gets 2 parking spots. But this has French doors here because if somebody wants to turn this duplex into a single family residence, there's a couple things that can be done, which I'll show you later, but this could also be turned into a room that opens up to the courtyard. So this was kind of a forethought where they're like, hey, it's a garage right now and we'll cover it, but if anyone ever wants to turn this into interior living space, they can, and boom, this is already here. So guys, so far, comment below, let me know what you think about this, but this front house feels and lives like a single family residence. So before we go upstairs, I do want to showcase these custom 9-foot pocket doors. If you watch my videos or you've seen a lot of properties in the village, you know not all of these types of sliding doors actually go into a pocket. Sometimes they're sticking out, which is still beautiful, but when it goes into the wall and it's actually a pocket, it's so much nicer. So check this out. Look how thick these bad boys are. So easy, anybody can do this. Okay, and this goes to here. Bam, that one pulls out here, they lock, and you have floor to ceiling glass that still shows you the interior and the exterior, but you're protected from the elements. And then when you wanna obviously entertain or you want to just enjoy the breeze, you can open these both back up. And they slide right into the pocket. Bam, just like that. Voila, look at that, flush. And then back here, you've got a conveniently located laundry room, sink, and storage on your way to the garage and the carport. Let's go upstairs and take a look at the second level. So when it comes to location and lifestyle, it's important to understand the geography of the flower streets. So we're on Narcissus, and if you've never seen any of my videos, basically the flower streets are alphabetical, starting with Avocado, and it goes all the way down. The last street is actually Hazel. It's a long story, but it goes in alphabetical order. So Avocado, Acacia, Begonia, Carnation, Dahlia, Fernleaf, Goldenrod, and so it goes down. So N is Narcissus. Right now, the way to get to the ocean, sometimes you have to take the Goldenrod footbridge. Sometimes you can walk down to Bayside and walk up the stairs to get to the ocean. The cool thing is, starting from Marguerite, the streets go all the way to the ocean. So you can actually walk to the ocean from this property in just 5 blocks, which is, I would say, 12 to 15 minutes at the most, maybe even 10 on a slower day. But you're about 2.5 blocks away from PCH, where you're gonna find all the boutique shops, the restaurants, the gyms, people watching, just a beautiful place to be. And then a couple more blocks, you're gonna be at the ocean. In fact, Narcissus goes directly into Inspiration Point. So if you've never heard of or been to Inspiration Point, it's a beautiful place. But when it comes to geography and walkability, even though you're on the end streets, you're still super connected to the village and everything it has to offer. So let's keep going. Before we get to the second level, there's this incredible powder room that I wanna show you guys. I love the fixtures here. Some things that stand out to me are this sink. It's very old world Mediterranean. I love the fixtures. So this home was built 10 years ago, new construction. RDM was the builder, and they were ahead of their time here. These fixtures here are fixtures from decades ago, but they brought them in to kind of create that old world Mediterranean vibe that Bud was talking about. So I just love it because there are certain parts of the home that you look at and you're like, are you sure this home was built 10 years ago? But then it's like, yep, it was built 10 years ago, but they made it look like it's a lot older, even though it's not, in such a beautiful, subtle way that I think really adds a lot of value to this home. It feels like a very warm and inviting home. So anyway, let's go upstairs and take a look at the bedrooms. So a couple things I just have to point out. I love the custom wrought iron, the dark, the black, the masculine that kind of just brings that beautiful contrast from the wood and the lighter features. You've got this reclaimed barnwood up the staircase and up on the second level as well. So really nicely done. Beautiful big windows, lots of natural light coming from all the different areas. Incredible fixtures that just really add that layer of character that we're looking for in a custom home. This is a true custom home, and it really shows and feels like it. Now, before we go to the primary, which is behind me, I want to show you the secondary rooms. And there's something very significant about this hallway that if you stick around, you'll find out what's so cool. But come in here, check out this room. So these rooms aren't huge, but they're great size, has everything you need. You got 2 nightstand tables. You've got this beautiful vintage looking fixture. Again, that kind of brings that old world Mediterranean, almost like old world Paris is kind of what is screaming at me when I see this. Just a nice touch, right? Bringing in the old and the new. And again, this home isn't more than 10 years old. They did everything very thoughtfully. The cool feature about these 2 back rooms is that you got a Jack and Jill. So 1 bathroom, dual vanity that connects both rooms. And again, look at these cool mirrors, fun shape, really cool fixtures, these really elevated Edison bulbs, higher ceilings. And again, you have these cool vents that are around. You got a beautiful stand-up shower with a tub with natural stone, cool mosaic tile on the ground. And then you've got a beautiful bedroom number 2 back here, right? So again, 3 bedrooms on this level. And look, houses are pretty close, right? So a lot of these houses are being built 3 feet from the lot line. And so they're 3 feet from the lot line. This is 3 feet from the lot line. So you're about 6 feet away from your neighbor. So if you move to this area, I highly suggest you get to know your neighbors because you want to be friendly with them because they're so close. Now, before we leave this area, I do want to talk about the significance of this wall. And you might say, well, what is this niche here for? Why would it be here? Well, the reason why it would be here is because this property right now is zoned as an R2. It's a duplex. However, if somebody buys this property and wants to make it a single family residence, the architect already thought about that. So this wall would be opened up and this would lead right into the back unit. And then you would have a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, actually 4.5 bathroom property, single family that would span from the beginning of the lot to the end of the lot. How it sits right now, it's a duplex, but it can easily be turned into a single family home, which is what the original architect and designer and the owner that built this wanted. So if you're watching this going, gosh, I really don't want a duplex, I want a single family home, but I don't want something that's been redone and is super modern and it's really big. I love the charm and the characteristics of this old Mediterranean modern vibe. This might be the perfect place for you. And hey, guess what? Now we're in the primary. This is one of the coolest rooms in the entire house. First of all, when's the last time you guys watched one of my videos where there's a balcony off the master bathroom? Never. I'm gonna show you one today. But before I do, let's take a look at this room. You got high ceilings, you got exposed beams, you've got beautiful windows, huge windows that let tons of natural light in. I love the use of this see-through kind of linen curtain. I almost feel like, I feel like I'm in another country, to be honest with you. I'm feeling the wind. You got your beautiful balcony here. You got a beautiful view of the neighborhood. And there's something really cool about this side of the street that I'll share with you when we get to the rooftop deck, so stick around. But a lot of the features that you're used to seeing in this house are reincorporated here. So you've got the exposed beams, you've got all the recessed lighting, you've got the fire sprinklers, which is a great add-on. You've got the vents that show you the old world vibe here, privacy glass on that side, normal glass on this side covered, and then come around, check out this balcony. It is awesome. It is small, but mighty. The breeze is literally giving me chills right now. I love the way they've incorporated the tile work from the front and the center patio up here. You've got this beautiful Tiffany blue vase that sort of ties in the tile work on the fireplace outside, but also the cabinet work in the second back unit. You got the dark wrought iron. I mean, I could sit out here all day and enjoy my cup of coffee. But the one thing I did want to talk about, when you guys see the drone footage, you'll notice to the right of this property, there's a brand new home. When I say brand new, I mean built in the last 10 years. To the left of this property, you will notice it's a dirt lot and they are actually building a custom home. So whoever buys this property won't have to deal with construction on either side in the future because both homes are basically redone. Versus if you look on the other side, like for example, the house right there across the street, if you look to the right and to the left, there are 2 older cottages there. So whoever buys that or lives there will eventually at some point have to deal with construction to the left or right. Here it's done. So you can move in and not have to deal with all that banging and hammering and nail guns. So one of my favorite features of this primary bath is the fact that it actually has French doors leading out to its own balcony, which is the same balcony that's shared with the primary bedroom. Really, really nice flow. Got a stand-up shower. You got your dual vanities. I do love the centrally located soaking tub. And I love the fixtures here. We talked about this in a former video that we did. Patina, right? Patina is when it's like a natural kind of, not a rust, but aging over time that gives the fixtures character. So this has that look. I love the dark windows. I love this fixture. I love how the sunlight is coming in. This is just the perfect place to unwind after a really busy day of working your butt off to be able to afford something so gorgeous like this. And then again, just all the different fixtures, like the fixtures that you see in here are not fixtures that you see throughout the home. These light fixtures are unique to this bathroom. These mirrors, again, metal, unique to this bathroom. This fixture above the tub, unique to this. So although each room combined, this property has a conforming sort of vibe to it, all the rooms mix and match really well. Each one has its own identity, which is what I love about this property, because you will see a lot of homes that have the same fixtures, the same counters, the same a lot in all throughout the property. Here, they've meticulously designed it to where it all comes together and looks great, but each room has its own identity. Then you got a beautiful walk-in closet, tons of space for storage and all that other fun stuff. So that's the second level. Let's go upstairs and take a look at the rooftop deck. And then we're gonna go meet back with Bud and talk about who is the perfect buyer for this place. Come on, guys. So before we go to the third level, I do wanna point out something that I thought was really, really unique, kind of like a floating staircase. This area is actually open to the main level. I could see this easily being closed off, and what that does is it eliminates the sunlight from these windows going down. You still have the windows that are down there that are illuminating the space, but I think this definitely adds another layer of brightness. And when you're living by the beach and you're looking to maximize the sunlight that comes into your property, design features like that are a game changer. And again, you got this reclaimed barnwood flooring that's just so amazing, so unique, such attention to detail. Beautiful windows coming in. What do we got here? Got a nice little storage closet, nothing crazy, some incidentals. And then you got your rooftop deck. Now this isn't a huge rooftop deck, but it definitely has everything you need to be able to enjoy that outdoor kind of ocean life. Now, one thing I will say is we've talked about old world Mediterranean, modern Mediterranean, European. This style, I think, kind of translates over a lot of different cultures. Like for example, this white stucco here kind of reminds me of Greece, of Mykonos, of Santorini. Parts of the second level, the fixtures, remind me of Paris. Other parts remind me of the Mediterranean, you know? So it's just, there's so many different styles that come into one that it's really just a melting pot of beauty, in my opinion. I love this space. I love the fact that you have amazing views down towards the water there. If you look from here, you could see the palm trees that kind of create that goldenrod strip that we were talking about in many other videos. You got views of Fashion Island over there. And then I just really love this covered space. I think this is my favorite part of the rooftop deck. These windows create that shell of comfort. If it's cold, if it's chilly, if it's rainy, you could be here. You got these exposed beams. You still have the speakers out here. You got recessed lighting here. I love this built-in bench right here. I think it's really super cool. Could it be bigger? Of course, but it's just so well done. And one thing to keep in mind, when you have higher ceilings, cathedral style ceilings, you lose the opportunity to do a rooftop deck. So finding the happy median, the balance between having a rooftop deck, but also having higher ceilings inside is really where the magic happens. And if you look across, you can see the back unit, the 2-bedroom, the 2-bath. Now, unfortunately today we can't get in there, but the specs are, it's about 900 square feet. So the front house is about 2,100 square feet. The back house is about 900 square feet. So you're looking at just over 3,000 square feet for the entire structure. Again, both can be combined and made into a single family residence. Somebody could also buy this and rent that out. There's a lot of different options, but what we will do is we will overlap some footage of the back unit so you guys can see what it's like and to get a sneak peek of it. But I think it's time now to go reconnect with Bud and talk about who's the perfect buyer for this place. If you have some ideas, comment below. I'd love to know who you think the perfect buyer is. Let's go connect with Bud. Hey,
Hey, what's up, Rob? What'd you think?
Dude, this is a beautiful place. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to tour it.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it. I think the viewers are gonna love it as well. But I'd love to just sit down with you and talk a little bit more about who's the perfect buyer for this place.
You know, I know exactly who would buy this place. There's 3 people who I want to tell you about that I think would be perfect for this house.
I figured you'd know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The first person I think would be perfect for this is an empty nester. Kids are away. They live in the front. They keep the back apartment there. The kids are in town. Then they've got it there. It's perfect. They can
Stay
also
with mom and dad when they come.
They can hang with mom and dad.
Perfect.
It's a great spot, and they could also use it as a 30-day rental when the kids are gone. So that would work too.
That's awesome.
The second person I think would be good for this place would be generational family. You could take down the wall and connect it and make it one big house, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. Be perfect. You could actually make a door and almost have a lock off so the kids could be close but not too far away, especially if mom wants to be next to the grandkids. This is an ideal home for them.
Yeah.
And then the final person, which, I mean, right now here it's 75 degrees.
So perfect.
It's perfect summer weather here. It's not like that in Texas. It's not like that in Arizona or Nevada. It's 105.
Yeah.
So this is a second home for all those people that just have to have the vacation home in Newport Beach.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of data that so many buyers are coming from those 3 states.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised to hear you say that.
Yeah.
But overall, man, this place was incredible. And you know, the features that you talked about, like how open this space feels. I still can't get over the fact that this is a 30-foot wide. It just feels bigger.
It's thoughtfully designed, and I think the whole place just has a really warm feeling. It feels like a home, right?
Yeah.
Right when you walk through the door.
It doesn't feel like it was built to be sold. It feels like it was built to be loved.
Yeah.
And the people that live here loved it, and now it's ready for someone new. And you know, this one's not on the market right now, but when it does come on the market, it's gonna go quick, bro.
It's awesome, I love it.
Well, Bud, thank you so much
Rob.
for this opportunity.
Anytime,
you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, show us some love. You know, like the video, comment on the video. I respond to all the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any amazing home tours, because this is just the beginning of just better home tour, better home tour, better home tour over time.
Home tour superstar.
Let's go.
Robert Mack, let's go, baby.
Thank you guys. Keep living the dream. We'll see you next time.